Hello, Internet, and welcome to the season finale of Neon Souls. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Friday evening. We already got cheers in the chat. Thank you guys so much.
Nemo cheered 1,000 bits.
Yeah, thank you, Nemo. I'm seeing lots of tech. I don't have time to read all this. I got stuff to say. Thank you everyone for joining us for this finale. We're very excited to be here, even more excited to get to the new year and see where that takes us with our next season. But we have some stuff to wrap up here today, and we got lots of other shows going on right now for you to enjoy. If you like what you see here today and you want to support some of our other programs that we've got on the channel, our next show will be tomorrow, and that is Saturday Night's Apocalypse, a fantastic show with an equally fantastic GM, because it's me. Where we have scoured the apocalypse, playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, a very loose interpretation of the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign setting, and it is it's wild. They've scouted Mothra. They're currently fighting undead mind flayers, and trying to stop a zombie apocalypse alien invasion. It's fun. 7 o'clock tomorrow Eastern time. Come join us for that. Otherwise, our schedule is going to be pretty much the same throughout next week. I don't think we're going to have too many cancellations for the new year, other than not being here next week for Neon Souls. We'll be off. But everything else, I think, is going as planned. Savannah?
We are not having Wild Space.
Oh, right.
This coming week either.
Right. So no, nothing will be as planned. We will be here for Tuesday, and then we will be off Thursday and Friday, and then we'll be back for Star Power on Saturday. So join us for everything that we'll be here. We'll be doing other streams as well, probably some video games. I've been doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Shield, and we'll be hopefully wrapping that up in the next week or so. And yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. I'm going to let these people talk about all the things that they do, so I'll shut up for a moment, and we'll get started after that. So, kicking it off with GB.
Graybeard Stavern, and tonight I'll be playing Klaxon, the drone jockey driver. Are we doing shoutouts now at the end?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Okay.
No, go ahead.
Just real quick, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, we're going to be switching it up. We're going to be playing Griftlands, a sci-fi card role play game. It's newish, and so we'll be trying that out. Next week, I will be on vacation, so in the mornings while my family sleeps, I'll probably be down here playing some Hammer King. So I will also be streaming that there. And other than that, I've only got Thursdays and Fridays now that I stream. So I will see you guys here next Friday. No, I won't, because we're off. I pulled a Rob. Somebody take this away from me.
Hi, I'm Morgan, also known as Imagine Matrix on the internet. I'm a cosplayer. It's what I do when I'm not here on Friday nights, hanging out. And tonight I'm playing Clarity the Hacker.
I think I'm next. Hello, I'm Savvy. I am at Savvy Seaworth on the internet, and this has been a wild. This week has been the Wild West of streaming for me. I'll point you to a couple of YouTube channels, including ours, because I had a finale on Monday, a finale on Wednesday, a premiere yesterday, and a finale today, and so I'm losing my fucking mind. But yeah, on Monday and Wednesday we had the finales of Song of the Deep and I Hunt Hustle and Claw respectively on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay. Those are both already up on YouTube, so go check them out because they were just bonkers bad shit stuff that we did, and it was great. But now I'm just here for at least the next couple of weeks. And tonight I'm playing Choke, the Killer.
Yeah, you are. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. I am a GGK exclusive currently. Except tomorrow I do have a one shot over on Stella Luna. You too, GB. That's okay. I got you. GB's in it too. We're playing some Monster of the Week. That's twitch.tv/Stella Luna. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So little Monster of the Week, one shotty goodness. I finally get to live my fantasy of having a werewolf girlfriend. I'm very excited. It's gonna be great.
And I'm going to be playing the best boy werewolf, who his wolf form is a golden retriever.
And your good friend of mine, LB Hackemup, is running that game.
Yes, she is. It's gonna be awesome. So come check that out. Last night we had our premiere of season a dose of our Good Society game. This one is Elegant Magics. I won't waste any more time doing the full title. We'll save that for game days. But it was bananas and awesome. So excited just out of the gate. Look what we can do when we start the game actually knowing how to play. It's great, right? Like, we just get so much done. But yeah, I'm here. Come check out all those things. They'll be on the YouTubes soon too. This evening I am playing Impulse the Pusher.
And once again, I am Sean at the Kraken King on Twitter, and I am here whenever we're live. My whole schedule's pinned to my Twitter bio, and I run a couple games, playing a couple games. That's about it. I don't have anything else new other than, like I said before, the aforementioned Pokemon Nuzlocke run that I've been doing pretty religiously. But no more stalling. Time to get started. Previously on Neon Souls. Changing my music a little bit. Get something a little more dramatic. Previously on Neon Souls, your team has been contracted as the targets of corporate assassination. After pissing off a couple of corporations, chief on that list being Catechism Entertainment and IDIS, essentially purposefully botching one of your jobs to one of those companies and assassinating the board member of another one of those companies, you were contacted by Apollo, the employer of Clarity, who told you that a organization called Shadow you had essentially stepped in on their turf, and they had put out a hit on you, and the assassination was to be carried out by a mysterious individual named Ghost, who Apollo told you was Clarity's twin sister. Gave you a little bit of background, told you that this ghost had been born Aria Claire to Clarity's mother, Helena, that she had been arrested several times, put into foster care, abandoned at birth, put into kind of tossed around through the foster care system, ended up being arrested several times for a barrage of different offenses throughout her childhood, eventually ending up in a juvenile detention facility and disappearing off the grid at age 18. You worked a little bit of more information out of Apollo, who told you that he has a little bit of bad blood with Ghost, admitting that they had some run-ins and he had been responsible for or kind of complicit in the burning her when she had been removed from her employ at Oracle, and had been ousted and blacklisted by the former Apollo, who you now know as the Warlock. All the complications aside, she wants Apollo dead. Apollo wants her dead. You were attacked because Impulse went out by herself, and Klaxon and Choke went off to get some provisions. The three of you were attacked in two groups by these predatory gastrobots that Choke and Klaxon handled theirs, Choke losing an arm in the process. Impulse escaped from hers into the sewers in a rather messy endeavor. You all of you reconvening kind of chewed out Impulse a little bit for leaving Clarity alone, who had been contacted by her sister in that time. And you attempted to sort of appeal to her humanity a bit, trying to convince her not to kill your friends, and that there might be some sort of compromise between the two of you. You're not sure how much it stuck as the conversation ended, and you all concocted a plan to avoid this assassination. You decided to fake your own deaths. You did so by essentially dropping your location to Ares Aegis, taking the Tesla out for a spin, escaping through the bottom of the Tesla into the sewer system once again, just as the Tesla was blown up by this Ares Aegis assassin. Your plan seemed to work. Klaxon, Choke, and Impulse lying low, while Clarity remained at the workshop. And where we left off last time, Clarity, as you were sitting at your computer, there was a knock at your door, and standing there, you saw for the first time your sister, Arya, looking much like you, only with shorter hair, numerous scars, and cybernetic dermal plating, implants, augmentations, covering almost every bit of exposed skin that you could see on her. And with a somber expression and a rather serious look, she spoke out to you in a kind of cybernetically modulated voice, saying, "Hey, sis."
Hey, Arya?
"We should probably talk."
Probably.
"This place is a little cramped. Why don't we step outside?"
That's fair.
She steps away from the door and leads you back out to the main room of the workshop. I think the Tortugas would still be there currently. Would Chappie and Rosie be there too?
Yeah, Chappie's in the Tortuga, and
Yeah.
Rosie. Yeah, we didn't take Rosie with us.
Okay.
So I guess I have Spiderbot must be on me,
Okay.
and
'Cause-
maybe I'm using Spiderbot to jam signals or whatever. So people
Yeah.
can't-
So. Yeah, that's a good point, because I was about to ask. So, Clarity, you step out into the main work bay, a place that you've been living for the past year or so. You see the Tortuga still parked there with Rosie and her dock, and Chappie currently housed within the Tortuga itself. The rest of the workshop intact. You can see the door open up to the conference room where Arya must have come in through, and then hovering at the center of the room, you see one of those chrome, essentially death orb drones that she seems to have brought with her. But right now, I do want to cut over briefly. Choke, Klaxon, and Impulse, the three of you are presumed dead, but I assume monitoring this conversation somewhere nearby. Where do you guys want to say you are currently situated?
Should we be over in
Above Mr. Convenience.
That's closer. I was gonna say
Yeah.
where Clarity took her vacation down the street, but
Oh yeah.
above
Mickey-
Mr. Convenience is
Mick-
closer.
Yeah, Mickey Steele's old place.
Ricky Steele.
Ricky Steele.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we could all up there.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it would be that's a bit far off. You are
Yeah.
correct in saying the Mr. Convenience is right across the street, and if you were to shack up over there, then you'd be able to get to Clarity if something went wrong here. But it just depends on how close you guys want to be.
Let's say that.
Okay. So you have paid off the clerk at Mr. Convenience.
We essentially own stock in that place at this
Yeah.
point. Come on. We
So
live there.
the clerk, Nikki Nickel. Thank you, G, for that name. I had to make sure I introduced them before we went on break. Who's currently working the counter. Lets
we
you upstairs.
always tip, even though you're technically not supposed to.
Yes.
Yeah. Lets you upstairs to the upper room of Mr. Convenience, where you guys are currently waiting. Probably have like an audio monitor or something. Maybe there's a small camera in the bay, or monitoring through Rosie would probably be the easiest way. Monitoring this conversation. Clarity.
Can I?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
While we're over there, Choke is just taking off her jacket again and is inspecting what I imagine are some scorch marks
Right.
from getting blown up a
Mhm.
little bit in the car, and would ask maybe for a little bit of help patching those up,
Yeah,
just in case.
I gotcha.
Okay. You want to roll to first
Yeah.
aid?
Bam. 2 points.
Ois.
There it goes.
Right as rain.
Awesome. Cool.
Thanks, bud.
Little aloe.
So yes, the three of you are monitoring the conversation from across the street. Clarity, you follow Arya out into the room, knowing your friends are watching. She turns back around, sort of between you and this death sphere. She says, "Neat trick you pulled with your friends."
I'm sorry?
The faking their death thing. It was good. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
well.
it's probably gonna take a bit for people to figure that one out. I mean, it won't fool anyone for long, though. You do know that, right?
We don't need very long.
Well, it's enough to get Shadow off your back for right now. The contract's been suspended until they are able to sort out the wreckage that Ares left, so I'm here in more of a personal capacity.
Just out of curiosity, how much of this is you?
What
I
do you
mean, you have all sorts of, dermal plating and cool cybernetics and stuff, but is it all you up here? There's no control or...
Yeah, it's me. Why does that matter, though?
It matters to me.
Yeah, I guess it's more wires than not at this point, but yeah, the important stuff, the bits that remember what it was like growing up in the dredge, and remember what it was like finding out that I had a mom and a sister out there?
That must have been tough.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was tougher being told I couldn't talk to you and I couldn't say anything about it.
How long have you known?
I guess I was around 16.
It's a really long time.
Well, I was already blacklisted at that point, and after that I ended up, well, at my current job, so.
Do you ever get sick of it?
All the time.
I mean, you're perpetuating a system that kept you in the dredge.
Yeah, but I've made the most of it. I've got my own life now. Got power. I have money. Cred. I have everything that I didn't have growing up. And it's mine. And no one can take it from me.
I'm sure whatever you went through was a lot harder on your own, but we're not super different in how we were raised. I mean, you know, I had problems too and troubles and didn't have anything to my name for the longest time. And maybe I'm not as powerful as you or as rich, but I guess I have my own life too, and no one can take that from me either. And the way I see it, these corporations and this shadow and whatever it's called, they're the ones who've made it hard for me and especially for you. And there's so many kids like us born to families that can't take care of them or try to anyway, or give them up. And what we're doing, I'm tired of helping corporations, and I'm tired of helping the system. I'd rather see it all torn down so that no one else has to go through that. And I know that you're not a villain in this story.
I want you to go ahead and roll to fast talk again, and you did well on your last one, so I'm going to give you another +1 on this.
Okay. Okay, that's an 8.
Okay, so on an 8, NPCs do it, someone will find out. NPC will, or the MC will advance. I'm kind of flavoring this is a little bit different because we aren't on a sort of a typical mission right now. The clocks are kind of less essential at this point. She looks conflicted for a moment, kind of paces around like over the Tortuga while you were kind of talking and was looking it over. I think at one point she actually walks, those of you that are watching on the camera through Rosie, she actually walks over to Rosie for a little bit, kind of like taps on the side of it and kind of stops for a moment, and you see her just like look into the camera, and she just like waves, and then she turns back around and to Clarity as you finish, and she sort of pauses a little bit as you're. It seems like she didn't fully expect what it was that you said, and she says, "Huh. You're right. I mean, damn, you're right. I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life, working for Shadow, and but I can't stop just yet. 'Cause it wasn't Shadow, it wasn't Idis or Ares Aegis or Omnitrust that put me in this situation. Listen, I'll let you and your friends go. You can run away to wherever it is that you're going to try to hide from this. Because you got to get out of town if you're not going to stay here with me. But you're going to have to tell me one thing. Where's Apollo?
Apollo burned you, right?
Yeah.
Or at least one of them burned you.
It doesn't matter which one, they're the same person. There could be 20 of those cockroaches running around, and I'm still gonna have to squash every one of them. Apollo's the reason that I never got to meet you. He knew you were out there. He had access to that information. He could have told me about it when he picked me up at 13 and started putting me on jobs, but he didn't. He let this happen.
Apollo's known that long and has never told me.
I guess not. Either way, he's a rat, and he needs to be put down. I mean, you think Shadow's bad? The kind of jobs that Oracle's been doing?
Apollo has our way out of here. But I don't know. I guess what you're saying is probably true, and I've been with Oracle and Apollo for years, but I've only known Apollo recently, and he hasn't exactly been trustworthy. I mean, I think he's really cool and stuff, but I guess probably less cool now. And I would rather be able to come back here someday and have a family with you than come back and have a job with Oracle, I guess.
She smiles, kind of in a very genuine way, and she steps up to you and like places an arm or a hand on the side of your arm, and her hand has weight to it. You can feel like the cybernetics and the metal like underneath the artificial skin that is covering parts of it. You can see some of the cybernetic and dermal plating coming up like through the joints of her fingers, and spiraling down her arm. But there is like a warmth to her touch, like in a way that you can tell that she generally cares in this moment. And she says, listen, I just want to make sure that we get the chance that we didn't have before. You, me, Mom. I just need you to get me in the same room as him. If you do that, we'll figure out a way to get you guys out. Okay? I've got connections too. I need to get going before somebody asks where I'm at. I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks, Mia.
Yeah. Thanks, Arya.
And I think there's a moment of like uncertainty where you can see like she's like, do I hug her, or like what do I no, and she like kind of like there's that
Mia hugs
awkward
her, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hug her, and again like there's an awkwardness to her. I think at the end of the last session I kind of compared her to like Nebula a little bit from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think there is that awkwardness, like she kind of pats you on the back like somebody who's never had a hug in her life, and she steps away, and the orb that was kind of hovering there, which you see kind of start to glow again, and you realize was providing sort of a small, like, must have been like jamming or something in that time period, because as it like lights up again, she nods towards it, and it kind of hovers out of the room. She heads up the stairs and follows it, and she turns back around once more, looking back at you before giving a sort of a sad smile and leaving. So the rest of you that were across the street witnessed this conversation, and what do you do?
I mean, as soon as she's gone, Choke is gonna go back over there unless somebody stops her.
We'll go.
Not leaving her alone in the building.
Yeah, the thing that you start to walk out, and Klaxon will like grab your chain or something and just be like,
Oh no, the chain is also
oh, that's
gone.
right, that's right. He'll grab your jacket and be dragged a few feet before you realize you're dragging him, and
Let her just come over with Rosie.
he'll be like,
Have her come over. We'll escort her and we'll keep eyes.
because we're dead.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
She'll be safe. We're right here.
Fine.
Klax.
Got it. Escort. Rosie comes out and looks like she's like doing a street sweeping kind of job, rumbling across the street. You follow her, Claire?
Yeah.
All right, so you head back across the back across the street with Rosie to Mr. Convenience. You see Nikki, who gives you a wave, and you head upstairs where you find Klaxon, Choke, and Impulse waiting for you in their little haunt right now.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah. It's just a little emotional.
Do you?
Sure.
Okay.
So you guys heard all that, huh?
Yeah.
Good speech.
You did
Yeah.
so good. I was so proud.
Spoken
Thanks.
inspired.
Well, you know, it's how I feel, and I guess if Oracle's as bad as Shadow without me realizing it, we gotta take it out too.
You mean it?
Yeah, I'll just feel bad about it.
He is a total and utter jackass. I know he's cool. I know you aspire to do a lot of the cool stuff that he does, but you know what? You probably already do and you don't even realize. Like, he's just like out there like having everyone else do shit for him, and you're out there doing it.
I always thought that like Oracle is meant to help people in the dredge, but the more I think about it, the more we've pretty much just helped corporations.
Yeah, ew.
So, and I mean, it's not her fault that she's like where she is. I'm pretty much the same, and just, you know, I get her, so.
It's more relatable than you think.
I mean, does she want to come with?
I think she plans to stay in the city. I mean, I can ask her if she wants to come with, but, you know, if we want to set off some sort of chain reaction that'll decimate corporations in our wake, she might be the best person to leave behind. As nice as it would be to, you know, get to know her and stuff. Plus, someone will have to look after my mom if I'm not here.
You do know if we go through with this and we wrap her up in it, she's gonna be the only one left here with a target on her back.
Yeah, I'll ask her and see what she wants to do. She knows her abilities better than any of us, so
That's true.
we'll see. But she'll contact me tomorrow, so we won't have long to wait. I guess we just need to figure out how to get her and Apollo in the same place, which kind of sucks. But again, if he's been just as bad as any other corporation or a Shadow, then
And
it's a start.
Klaxon's kind of got that glazed off look, like he's controlling Rosie, and he's got Rosie like rumbling along the sidewalk doing sweeping, like it's a robot that's supposed to be doing that, but it's doing a perimeter sweep. Klaxon's like making it do a perimeter sweep, and then sort of haphazardly says, well, all you have to do is get a meeting with Warlock, and then, I mean, she's your twin sister, right? She takes your place in that meeting. And the whole time he doesn't like look at you guys. He just kind of says that.
I mean,
Impulse, you have a wig that looks like my hair, right?
how many do you need?
Just one?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, because if we just give her my hair, I'm sure she has some sort of mechanic that could make her eyes glow. I mean, she's
She
mostly
could just put her goggles on.
cybernetic. Oh yeah, goggles, yeah. Yeah, that could probably work.
What do we do when our only way off planet is dead?
She did say she could get us off planet.
Did she say how?
Might want more details. I was caught up in the moment. I didn't think it through that much.
Nope. That's fair. It's okay.
Totally understandable.
But that is something we should know 100% if we're gonna do this. I got no problems killing the fucker.
I've hated him from the beginning, so I can't wait to watch him die personally.
It's all
But,
good either way. I don't have much of a stake in it.
but if we're gonna go that right, we gotta have the rest of the right.
Is she willing to meet so we can plan?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can try and reach out to her earlier, or we can wait till tomorrow. It's just, how many, did we have a certain amount of days to get this done?
I think Apollo said that it would be, it would be around the end of the week. So like 3 days. You guys are cutting it close.
We've planned a lot more in a lot less time.
Yeah, I would say that tomorrow. So you guys did you faked your deaths. So I'm trying to think about how much time you have left at this point. I'd say tomorrow is probably. I'd say tomorrow's the last day, and then the next day was the day that you would be leaving. We'll assume faking your deaths, doing all that you guys did in one day. It was very impressive.
Oh, I was gonna say it took us a whole day. So we got tomorrow.
Well, if we do early tomorrow morning, it gives us a bit more time. Or I can just, again, I can try and reach out now. I can't guarantee she'd respond, but
Maybe give her some time to cool off. She said she had to go like check in anyway, so as not to,
Yeah.
cause some suspicion. So maybe we just let her do that. Maybe tonight you could reach out.
okay.
Gives us some time to get our shit together.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to like bring you some ramen or something?
I mean,
Nikki's got
literally.
us pretty stocked at. Just sort of
There's
looking
like
back.
a whole.
That's Klaxon's pointing
Oh.
down.
I mean,
There's
our
like a
shelf-
whole pallet of ramen, like in the back of the, like so many empty cups. That's all they've been eating for the last.
sort of
24
under
hours.
her breath of clarity is like, I would actually kill for something that's not freeze dried.
Yeah, because I was gonna bring you like real ramen, not the like the cup stuff.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you were going out anyway.
I mean, might as well.
Yes.
We can get some beers and some other stuff, and
I'm
we can
fucking
just have
dying.
like sleepover.
If I have to drink another centaur, I'm gonna go insane.
Okay, I'll go grab some stuff and be back in a few.
So
Okay, great.
Clarity, you go out to Raw Ramen, the sushi bar / ramen noodle shop down the road. This is RAW ramen. Anything else you're doing while you're out?
Pick up some beer, grab
Uh-huh.
some like snacks from Mr. Convenience just downstairs. Just kind of grab some fun stuff and head back up.
Okay. And so you get your your food and snacks and beer, and you guys get to just have a chill out night at the upstairs of Mr. Convenience. I'd say like the windows are mostly blocked by the big neon sign across them, just like the neon light cutting in through the slats of the blinds into the room where you guys have probably a TV up on one side that's mostly muted while you guys are eating your ramen and lounging around and talking and drinking and sort of blazing the night away. Any scenes you guys want to do or anything while this is happening? I know a couple we had some link scenes from last time, but
It just aggressively pointed at the rest of us.
You all have link scenes. Like
Yeah, I rolled over with Klaxon.
mm-hmm.
I rolled over with Clarity.
I still have a sticky note. Yeah, I still have a sticky note that says "Scene with Impulse."
we did that one.
Oh,
You guys did
all
that
right.
one, yeah.
All right. Post-it notes going away.
But I'll open up for anything here because we're, kind of sort of a last night on Earth sort of situation, seeing if, because it could go bad. Any scenes you guys want to do?
At some point, I think when no one else is paying attention, Choke is going to sit down and try to talk with Clarity. Even though when they're together, they don't really talk. She's going to try. So she'll like bring a beer over. Just kind of be like, do you want one?
Sure, why not? Tastes weird, but you guys seem to like it.
It's more what it does than what it tastes like at this point. Though there are some pretty good beer. Either.
Did I get the good kind or the bad kind?
Would Clarity have just gotten... How would Clarity have picked out beer is what I want to know.
She would have grabbed the one with the coolest looking label.
Oh, it's an IPA.
I was gonna say she could pick up Japanese beer, the Kirin with the big Kirin on the label.
That's
Yeah.
That's
better.
good.
That's better than it's good. It's
Just like
good.
Clarity
Those are
would pick out beer the way I would pick out beer, which is just what looks cool.
And those cans are big.
I was gonna say, and they're huge too.
They're huge.
Oh no, you have for not drinking beer, you got good taste.
Oh, good, because I wanted to get something nice.
How are you feeling?
Well, it's been, I found out I had a sister, found out that she was raised not so great, found out that she's been turned into the cybernetic machine person, found out that she's actually not so bad, found out that she still wants to kill us, found out that she doesn't really want to kill us, found out she wants us to kill Apollo. So, all in all, not bad, but not great. Could be better.
That's not bad for you.
Yeah, it could be worse. She could still want to kill all of us.
True. I sort of wish she'd decided before I got my arm chopped off by a robot.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
If I'd realized you guys were being attacked at the same time, I probably would have tried to talk her out of it.
You know, it's really the chain I'm more upset about.
I'll find you another chain.
It's really
There's,
attached
like,
to it.
A chain black market, I'm sure.
How was it growing up for you?
Well, my mom tried really hard. So I can't say it wasn't. she tried. Couldn't quite make it out of the dredge, which is pretty much impossible to do, so I don't really blame her for that. Got arrested a few times as a teen. It happens.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. It could have been better. It got better when she met her boyfriends that she has. He helped a little bit more, and she didn't have to work quite as much and do quite as much, and that made me happier because, she worked so hard, and I was kind of a shitty kid.
Most kids are shitty. Especially teens.
Yeah.
I relate to your sister a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of hate it. Because a couple of days ago, I wanted to shoot her. And it's making my life complicated.
I'm sorry, my family is making your life complicated.
Hey. Your family is my family. Don't have another one.
Well, my mom would love to bake you some pasta.
I would love that. Unfortunately, I don't think we can bring your mom to the moon. Is that where we're going?
I'm not quite sure. I just know it's not here.
Well. We'll visit then.
Yeah. Hopefully when maybe we'll come back and everything will have been toppled down and everyone will be totally cool and normal, and we can just go to my parents' house and have pasta, and it'll be not a big deal.
I hope so.
Me too.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Okay.
Any other scenes you guys want to do? What's Klaxon doing?
Oh, probably continuing a patrol with Rosie, and actually cleaning the street. So it's like community service. And
As cover, you're doing community service as cover for your murder bot. Perfect.
Exactly. She's twisting the rotors so they blows all the stuff into the street, all the garbage off the sidewalk into the street and whatnot. And I guess he just is trying to put together what we can do to take out Apollo. I mean, we did it that first time, and his death orbs were pretty brutal. So, yeah, just rehashing that kind of formulation and plan, and hoping that the bait and switch Arya clarity maneuver works.
Yeah. We'll definitely get more into the planning once we get her back in. So, but otherwise, Klaxon's all business right now, trying to stay level. Okay. What's on the other end of things? What is Impulse up to?
Furiously scraping sewage out of her nail beds and getting considerably drunker by the hour.
What point does she start drunk dialing all her exes? No.
They dial me.
Exactly. she'll start fielding a few calls, but that's no different than usual. So
Perfect.
How drunk does she have to be to try to talk to Choke again?
pretty drunk.
I just want to know if she does.
Sure. She'll get like a fifth of whatever like horrible alcohol that we have. So are you done being mad at me yet?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you done being mad at me yet?
Am I done? Am I done being mad at you?
Guess what I said.
How much have you had to drink?
Just some bottle.
Mm-hmm. Where are you hiding the empty one?
Nowhere.
Well, I know it wouldn't fit in your purse. I'm not mad at you.
Sure. So I fucked up. It's okay.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm mad at me. Stupid. I had to make sure Marcus knew he's gotta be good. He's real good.
Why is he so important?
He's like actually like a good person. I don't know a lot of those. Except you
Thanks.
guys.
One of us, maybe.
No, we're good people. It's not our fault when the system fails people. The system's bad. Fuck that system. Have some water.
Bring her some water. Just don't fucking do that again.
I won't. I won't. It's dumb.
Yeah, it was.
We're friends again.
We're never not friends.
Good.
Oh, God. Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Come here. Just yell at everybody to pile on for hugs.
Please don't. Please don't come here. She
Come
on.
No, she might throw up. Please don't.
Klaxon was halfway across the room. Here's throw up and turns.
I
The
think
jacket can take it.
I think while that's happening, Clarity scoots closer to Klaxon. What you doing?
Thinking about not getting us all killed, trying to take out Warlock and his stupid orbs.
Oh
We-
yeah. That's all crazy and important to think about. But I meant like with your robots and stuff.
Oh, well, Rosie looks like a maintenance bot, so I'm having her do patrols for us. And, of course, Chappie's on guard duty back home, in passive mode. Spiderbot is just here, and he lumps out Spiderbot, but he forgets that he's doing two things already, and so Spiderbot like hits the back of the couch and like rolls back onto the floor. He's like, "Oops, I really do got to get some autonomous programming for them sometime."
Yeah.
Hey, could we hack the orbs? Did we think of that before, and was it impossible, or?
I think it was hard, but probably not impossible.
I mean, particularly if you don't actually have to be there, you can be full concentrating on the hacking, I think.
This is true. Yeah, because I don't have the cool thing that you have where you can do the multitasking thing. Because that would be crazy if I could hack at one time and then also be doing something else at the same time and like shooting stuff. But I don't really shoot stuff anyway. But I think that would be cool.
Yeah, it is. It is cool, but it also leaves your brain numb. And Klaxon has that like just sort of Zen thing going on a lot of times, and that's because his brain somehow they either chemically or with the implants have kind of segmented his brain. He's like, yeah, I mean, is it cool to have a sister?
It's been half cool so far, which I imagine is normal when having a sister. It's half cool and half not cool. So I imagine this is what it's like for everybody. The normal amount of cool and not cool.
I mean, how did that like hit the old brain pan, sister?
Pretty much just like that, just sister. But yeah, it was. I'm still not fully processing it, I guess. I mean, I saw someone and they had the same face as me, and that was kind of crazy.
I mean, you were stone cold like choke cool about it. I mean, that was impressive.
Yeah, I was freaking out on the inside.
And Klaxon genuinely like kind of belly laughs. Yeah, huh? Are we gonna? We're not gonna have to kill her, right?
I hope not. That would make me probably cry.
Okay. And
I don't think we have to.
He gets a little far off look, like he's confused and doesn't quite get that, but he kind of not from he's never cried over somebody dying kind of thing, more of a he doesn't understand what it's like to have a relative because he had no family either. So that's why he's kind of poking.
Yeah. I mean, it would be kind of like, I'd feel the same if I lost one of you guys.
And it dawns on, he's like, got it. Oh, yeah. That suck.
Yeah,
like,
right?
and he gets kind of choked up, like, holy crap, that would, and again, we're several very large Japanese beers into the evening, so yeah, that would. Let's not die. And he like goes to clink his beer, kind of cheers wise with you, whatever you're drinking. Clink.
Beautiful. I have to comment on it. Sid, I don't know how you are that good at pretending to be drunk.
Who said I'm pretending?
So fucking good.
Is there any other scenes you guys want to do? No.
Impulse will grab somebody and probably fall asleep cuddling in someone's lap on the couch.
It's gotta be me, right? Yeah. That's the funniest option.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not. It is not in any way sexual. It's literally just like a little kid like cuddling up in your lap and falling asleep.
Rex and Sally.
Yes.
Just kind of lets it happen. And this is not a scene, but just at one point, she's just sitting there, falls asleep, so she can't get up. It's like having a cat in her lap. And then just at one point, Klaxon walks by and she's like, we're not going to stop working out just because we're on the moon, right?
But everything will be lighter, right? No gravity, low gravity, huh? He's
I
kind
have
of
no
like,
fucking idea.
and he's kind of self-satisfied with that, and then he's like, "Hey, till we get you an upgrade, you might want to cut the weights down a bit. That thing's
Yeah.
made out of tinfoil."
It's okay. I got hand weights. I can just lift impulse for a little bit.
Pancake, cat style.
I'm saying, you're not getting out of it.
Yeah, I know. He goes, gets another beer, grabs two, and comes by, cracks one, and hands it to Choke because she's been
man.
there.
So
How I became group mom again.
I don't know. Every time. So with that evening sort of coming to like as the capstone here, we can go ahead and cut to meeting up with Ghost again. The next night. If there's any prep or anything, like, because we'll do our, like, this is gonna be our little planning montage moment where we can come up with what you guys want to do. If there's any like retroactive stuff like equipment you wanted to have bought or things like that, we can work that out. But I think the most efficient way to do this is just going to be let's just skip to that moment. So you I guess how do you guys do this meeting? Because are you guys going to stay at Mr. Convenience and have this meeting with Clarity and Ghost over at the workshop, or are you gonna have her come back over to Mr. Convenience with you guys, or what's the plan?
I think
there?
we gotta move around. I don't think we want to stay.
Or you have other
one day.
You have other options. You have the old bunker or the gas station and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
I was
can
gonna
bring
say.
I can bring like wigs from Impulse's apartment to like give to
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
So just get the red one. Yeah, the red would be really great for a choke. And then I have the shaggy. Yeah, that one. That one's great for a Klax. I'm good.
No, you're not.
I'm wearing my natural hair. No one will recognize me.
Oh, but weren't you attacked while wearing your natural hair? No, okay, fine. It's fine. Brings back the two wigs.
Klaxon just lumps it on. Like anyone who's never put on a wig would. Like
I think it's backwards.
Oh, honey. Okay. Yeah. Just...
Choke.
The red will look great.
You can't make me.
It's gorgeous.
Mm-mm.
It's short.
Choke, I don't want you to die.
Neither of you can reach the top of my fucking head, so.
Impulse, get on my shoulders. I don't know if I'm strong enough to hold you up, but
Okay.
I will take out both of you right now. You won't make it to the moon.
She squats down. I'll put my legs around. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Clarity immediately falls over.
Ow.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've fallen from greater heights on my heels. Okay.
Give me the fucking wig. Choke is laughing.
I love that you went to wig and
Give
not
it.
like baseball cap and sunglasses or something. This is so
Give
much
it.
better.
Fucking do it. That's my payment.
You guys cross the street. A very tall, redheaded Choke. Klaxon. I don't. Did we just say what color? What color Klaxon's is?
Basically, like I got him a shaggy wig, like Shaggy from
Okay.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
the
A
straight
capital
bang.
S Shaggy.
Yeah.
wig.
Capital
Yeah,
S
yeah,
Shaggy.
Yes, capital S
Yeah.
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Yes.
Ruh-roh.
You guys
Nice.
are waiting at
Zoinks,
the
dude.
are waiting at the workshop when there is a knock at the bay door, loud sort of tinny banging 3 times, and you open the door, and walking in from the rain, sort of lowering a hood of a black hoodie, you see, well, Ghost. I think you guys saw her in the video, so it's less impactful that you essentially are seeing another Clarity, like a post-apocalyptic future Clarity, stepping in from the rain to talk to you. And I realized last time I did fix it. The stream wasn't hearing the voice mod that I had set up because I had the wrong input. So you guys all got the awesome Ghost voice, but the stream didn't, and they should now though. As she says,
"So this is everyone."
Yep, this is my friends.
Looks over.
Gotta go back to my narrator voice. Looks over all of you, one at a time, and then looks at Choke.
I was expecting you to be taller.
Oh, fuck you too.
I like them.
Yeah, me too.
Klaxon just has a ball in his hand, a certain ball, unobtrusive. But the ominous sound of her voice gave him the creeps. So he's just kind of like holding spider ball.
Impulse just gets to work, like walks over to her. Okay, I'm assuming your measurements are about the same as Claire's, but let's just make sure we don't have to do any alterations. Yeah, this wig should do.
Right.
We should probably
What's
explain.
The plan here?
Your Clarity. That's how you get in.
To Apollo.
We have the same face.
You know that's not going to hold up very long, right?
Well, how long do you need?
Yeah, isn't this your job?
I was assuming you were pretty good at killing very quickly.
Yeah, no, I don't need long for that part. I just actually have to get, close enough, but I'm sure it'll work out. I've never tried this before.
Me neither. Do we have any fake skin lying around to cover up some of the?
I mean, we have real skin, but it's frozen.
I'll see what I can work with.
It's Frank. He's still in the freezer.
Get out.
Wait, he's still in the freezer?
Yeah.
I thought the cops stole Frank.
No,
they
they
stole the
stole
first body.
before that.
The
Yeah.
last one.
No,
Okay.
no, Frank's still in the freezer.
God damn it, Mickey Mouse.
I'm sorry, who's Frank?
He was a really nice guy.
Mickey Mouse
What?
killed him.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, we're just kind of all over the place and kind of like that. I hope it's not too jarring for you.
It's a change of pace to work with people that aren't professionals.
Depends on
Thank
her.
you.
Klaxon laughs and walks away.
Fairly certain the wig can get around most of the dermaplating, but if not, I do have some heavy duty pancake makeup. So, okay, sit down. We gotta do at least a run through.
She sits down, and you start getting her ready. So let's walk through the plan as you guys are coming up, because we have the what? Oh my god! All the twin movies have just left my brain.
Parent Trap?
We have our Parent Trap set up. What's the
Parent
what's
Trap,
the rest
but
of the
instead of
plan?
trying to get your parents together, you're trying to murder one of them.
Yeah.
Or murder a fake real parent.
Yeah. To let your evil twin sister murder your fake dad.
Yep.
I mean, we have a couple of options, right? I mean, we could really amp this up, and we can make Ghost look like Clarity, and Clarity look like Ghost, and then we could tell him that we're literally bringing Ghost into him, and then it actually turns out that Clarity kicks his ass.
Did we?
I
Did
have a-
almost this exact plan with the last Apollo.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we should just like throw on repairman uniforms and just call it a day. I mean, come on, oldies but goodies.
Right.
I'm a little afraid of the death drones if we do it that way, because if I'm dressed like Ghost, who's to say that he wouldn't just
shoot you on sight?
shoot
Right. Okay, then different way. Actual
So you're-
Clarity offsite, doing your thing.
Yeah, I can just try and disable his security system. You can like say that you're bringing in proof that you got rid of Ghost.
Love it, love it.
What's the plan for the neural backups?
Well, I mean, we did fuck with those before, right? With the warlock situation?
Yeah, Clarity was in the house though.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I have some skills myself when it comes to hacking. Lest we forget, I can try to help, but if you're saying you've done something like this before, Apollo doesn't make the same mistake twice.
This is true. Well, if they're kept in the same room, could Spiderbot carry like an explosive down there that we can detonate?
I mean,
One way to
We
kill it.
we also can get those shots that we used on the CEO that just fries the brain and keeps it from respawning.
Right. So when
that's a
you
good call.
when you off him, you just got to make sure that you use the little spike thing too, and that way he can't respawn.
You think you can make another?
Yeah.
Claire can do anything.
Yeah, I could probably make another one.
Yeah, that could work. Sounds pretty straightforward as far as assassinations go. You know it won't go that easy, though. Probably should have a
Yeah.
backup.
Plus, it would be weird for us to let Clarity go anywhere alone.
Maybe
Now-
blowing. Well, I can be invisible with you guys.
Does Warlock know we're alive? Because we faked our own deaths.
I assumed he was part of that plan.
Okay, I couldn't remember as a player, so I'm gonna.
I assume we told him.
Yeah.
Did we tell him?
It wasn't, you guys did not explicitly say you told him, but if you don't tell him that you're still alive, he's probably going to cancel the plans to get you out of the city.
So we probably.
That's why I
told
figured that was
him.
part of the plan.
You
Okay.
could have not told him. In retrospect, though, with everything going on, it probably would have made more sense for you to have told him.
And we told him we were doing that so that we could fool the assassin to get the drop on her? Is that what we told him? Because we're
That was
kind
the
of,
plan, yeah.
okay, all right. Like I was saying, we're kind of doing a double cross, so we got to keep our cross stitching straight.
Yeah, she just got the drop on us instead. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I deactivate his security system. We get a shot to take him out, but if that doesn't work, as a backup, we can have Spider Drone take explosives or me take explosives invisibly to the location of the other skins and then take those out for good measure.
If he hasn't moved them.
Right. Oh, maybe I should get a layout of his house. I can do that while I'm hacking the security system.
Yeah, let's get an idea from the security system, because I'm just worried that like maybe he's even moved the backups off site.
Yeah, that would be a concern.
So yeah, maybe we just need to jam him from the get-go so he can't. Is respawn the technical term for moving from one skin to another?
Don't really.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay. I just want to be professional. She'll look to Ghost.
Can it be something extra cringy, like it's, squirmagle or squirming or something just horrible that just,
Double
Birth.
chin. That's how gross that is. Ooh.
And it's an acronym that's medical, SQUIR.
They sploosh.
Yes.
That's the worst term that I could. Okay, let's
there it
just
is.
not.
There it is.
I like respawn.
Sean has reached the limit of letting GB come up with stuff for the game. Nope, you're done. You're done. Sean is cutting you off.
I already have everything I need to kill you guys with. I don't need any more. Thank you, GB.
All right, fine. Then I'm going for the bourbon. It's
okay. So let me understand the plan as it stands here. Setting up a meeting with Apollo at Olympus at their home. Ghost goes in as fake Clarity to provide proof that that you guys have taken care of Ghost. Choke and Klaxon and Impulse are going with, because you guys are codependent. And
I'm cringing a little bit at us all going in, but okay.
Clarity is there invisible.
Maybe. Yes.
Maybe.
It's got a sense of danger now.
She and then the plan is for Ghost to do her thing, spike Apollo and kill him. Okay.
Does Choke voice her cringiness of having everyone go in?
Yeah, she makes a face probably.
Speak now, or forever hold us all in pieces.
Are we positive that all of us should go in?
I don't think I've ever been positive about anything, so no. What did you suggest?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a better option. It just...
Well, Klaxon and I could stay out, and he can just pilot Spiderbot, and I can make sure hacking is going okay from outside the house.
Just saying, because last time we did this, not only did I have to fucking get chased by a bunch of death orbs, but Ares Aegis fucking dropped in on us.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, before we get too far into this, Clarity, you wanted to do research to see if there was any, to try to look into layout of the house and whether there might be anything showing you if the skins are still there as backup.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go do that.
All right.
Let's go ahead and do that.
That's an 11, so I get an extra intel. And I get the follow-up question. So I get 2 intel?
Okay, yeah, you get 2 intel and your general question and a follow-up question.
On the map of the house, can I tell where the skins are kept?
Okay, so your general question is what's the layout of the house and
Yes.
like trying to get okay. You hack into some city records, find some work permits and everything going on to repair a lot of the damage that had been done when you guys were last at Olympus. And you can see kind of the paper trail that was the result of Apollo's takeover or retaking of their home. You do notice there were some security changes. Looks like a little bit of additional security that was added as part of this process. You can also see that there were some work orders to modifications to the basement and to the lower level of the house. You can tell that a lot of the additional security was added in down there. And as far as you can tell, the backups or the backup skins would still be located on site. Would be at Olympus, but it does look like there is additional security that has been added as well.
Okay.
When you guys were there last time, you do know that there was like a vault essentially that housed the skins that Apollo had purchased underneath the home, and that's a lot of what's been beefed up.
A couple of us were in there, I
think so.
Yeah, that's where the shoot me, no, shoot him, he's the bad guy scene happened.
Right?
Yeah.
Which was just resolved with, what did we have for lunch? Which was perfect.
Before I ask my follow-up question and continue my research, Clarity's like, are we sure we want to kill him in his house? Like, what if we met with him somewhere else, killed him there, and simultaneously some of us were blowing up the skins at his house?
Separate and destroy. I like it. I feel like, well, all right, so whoever is meeting him like outside of his house, he's probably still going to bring some extra protection since he's away from his place of protection. But if he's not,
I'm just wondering which would be better.
I do like your idea, Choke, of maybe just sending in Clarity. I feel like his guard will be down a little further that way. You know what I mean? Because it's just Clarity, you know, instead of all four of us.
Maybe one other person. But...
I like that. And then the other ones are blowing shit up at the house.
I would like some backup, if that's an option. But
probably Choke then.
Oh yeah. Ghost. Did you want to maybe come with us to space after this is all done?
so that's where you're planning on going.
Yeah, can you set that up?
Wow, we should have had that conversation a lot earlier and as part of this. Yeah. You said that Apollo was setting up some sort of transport for you?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
I can look into it, see whatever he got going for you, and see if we can piggyback off of it.
Cool.
Great.
If the plan was to get you all to one of the orbital stations, then there's going to be a paper trail. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. And about the if you wanted to, you could come with us. I'm sure you're busy here though, and someone will need to look after mom. But I also don't want you to have a target on your back. But it's complicated.
I've been to the orbital stations a couple of times. I don't know about living in one of them, but I'd like to visit.
That'd be nice. Cool.
Plus, if this all goes well, I'm not the one that has the hit out on me. That's still the four of you, so I can still kind of go wherever I want.
It's true.
Without fear of somebody blowing my head off.
Yeah, that's fair. There's like a group that we found. We should plan first, but there's like a group that we know of that maybe you might want to get into contact with. What are they called again?
The Source.
I haven't heard of them.
Apparently, they're a bunch of folks banding together to try and take down the corpse.
Just if you're interested in it.
Cool. I mean, yeah. Let's see how this all turns out first.
Yeah.
Because I do still kind of have a job.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, and my follow-up question that I forgot about is how secure is Apollo if he's leaves his house?
Less. Oh, so broad answer: less secure. I think you are, based on what you're seeing, and the work permits and some of the things that the purchase that Apollo had been made. Because you're probably trying very hard to not actually hack into anything that like any Apollo's system, so that you're not like setting him off that you're looking into him. But based on what you can find available, looks like he did purchase some additional like transports and drones and things like that for any off-campus visits. So is going to be more secure. How would I describe this? If you can deal with the drones, he's vulnerable. The drones are going to be on higher alert off of the property.
What if we learned when we did the Disney heist of the skins that if the skins are like compromised and drained of their fluid in their containment tanks, that will ruin them essentially?
They have like a shelf life. Yeah, because they are organic, so if they don't, they need to be like sustained through essentially they have like a nutrient rich like bath that they are suspended in. If they don't have that, then over the course of they'll starve to death essentially. And they're kind of kept on. Well, there's also probably a bit of suspended animation that they are kept in as well to preserve their efficacy, so they don't age. If they're drained of the fluids and not properly initiated, I think you guys, when you did the train heist, you found that they would perish within the course of an hour, after if they were unplugged. So yes, they will.
What if right before the meeting, like an hour or so before, I pull the plug on the skins and make it look like they're still fine? That way no one has to go into his house.
I would say based on your first like sweep of the house and like the schematics, you do know that the house feeds off of the power grid for the city, but it does have its own like backup generator as well. If without actually like physically separating the vault from its power supply, or somehow damaging the vault, it will have a backup power support source that you would have to deal with that is meant to sustain it.
So, hear me out. We could. I mean, we can get another one of those wing suits, right? From somewhere. I mean, I got some money. We figured that out.
You guys could buy another wingsuit, yes.
As an extreme backup Hail Mary plan, we could drop the Tortuga from 10,000 feet straight into the vault and then either detonate it or remotely use the weapons in the vault. You know, the kinetic energy from that would probably be enough to puncture.
I mean, you hit anything hard enough.
Yeah, and because it would be free falling, it wouldn't be like detected as an incoming rocket or an attack or whatever. It would just be a car accident, you know. I mean, I love the Tortuga, but we're going to space, so she's not set up for that.
How would you get her 10,000 feet in the air?
She flies. I mean, it'd be rough, but we could pull it off and then, you know, jump with air and wingsuit our way down. I mean, just as the emergency backup plan.
You could pilot her up, right? Does anyone even need to go up with her?
Technically not, but I mean, it would be a good place to be doing our hacking and whatnot from. I mean,
I don't hate it.
Yeah, just nuke the site from orbit. I mean, once we confirm Apollo's actually dead, so he still has to die, but
no, I think we would want to destroy all of the skins before he died, because that way he can't jump into them.
Gotcha.
I mean, we are still going to try to do the whole like scramble thing so he can't jump into a skin, but that could potentially go haywire. So that's his backup. We just kill all the skins beforehand.
Yeah, and it's just in case he happens to have skins elsewhere, we do the shot thingy.
Okay. So Clarity and Klaxon, or no, who's in the Tortuga? Who's going to the meeting?
I'm going with Ghost.
Yes.
I mean, my skills are probably best utilized at the meeting too.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I also feel like it might be a bit of a liability at the meeting, but I mean, I'll do my best.
And then Clarity, are you going to be in the Tortuga remote, or you want to be there for the meeting?
I'm gonna be. I don't know necessarily if I'll probably be in the Tortuga with Klaxon if we get another wingsuit, and then be hacking from above.
Okay. All right.
If we just drop a truck on it, I don't know.
Maybe we just drop the truck on Apollo. No.
So I like the idea because I want to take our break here in a second. And I want to skip directly to this plan taking place when we get back. So, are you putting explosives in the truck? Because you have all that C4 that you from the old car. So I'll bring a couple things together. All the C4, you like, I imagine a scene with you guys going to the gas station with like sledgehammers and like busting out the walls to get all like the C4 out of the that has been like stored throughout the facility to self-destruct it, loading all that into the Tortuga. Clarity and Ghost having the moment of like creating this new like this virus that they will then spike Apollo with as part of this this plan in creating the spike itself. And I can't think if there was any other. Oh, you guys buy a wingsuit, but I'm not. Again, you guys buy a wingsuit. I'm not gonna turn that into a big thing. So who? You guys are buying one more wingsuit, and somebody's using the one that Choke bought earlier.
It was given to me
Oh, sorry, the one that Choke was gifted earlier
as a bribe.
Yes. So Klaxon and Clarity are both taking wingsuits to bail out of the Tortuga if they need to.
Or do we need to buy 2 wings?
When
Or do
they
we need to buy
to.
2? Yeah. Does Choke want to be wingsuitless for this final mission?
No.
We're buying 2.
Okay.
Buy 2 wingsuits.
Does Impulse
Why
want to?
two?
You guys get 4
I worked hard
wingsuits.
for this.
We have to all fly off, literally fly off into the sunset in wingsuits. Oh my god.
We're breaking this game.
Mhm.
I will
It's
I
in
will
the
allow
book.
I will allow one more wingsuit. We're not getting any more than that.
Wow.
So it's going to be a choice of whether or not Choke gets.
No, you guys can use mine.
Okay. All right, perfect. With all this plan coming together, we're gonna go ahead and take our break to come back to see how this last mission plays out. I'm sure it'll be as flawless as the first one, and see where the rest of this goes. Yeah.
As chat says, we are sugar gliding into adventure.
Oh boy. All right, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back here in a few minutes to continue and to wrap up our season 1. So hang out with us, go get a snack, drink some water, stretch, check your posture, take your medicine, whatever you might need to do. We'll see everyone back here very soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We're ready to get back to it and conclude our season 1 of Neon Souls. So you have a plan to assassinate Apollo and flee
Yeah.
San Angeles again. Is there I don't think there was any other prep. I think we essentially have the setup here. You are inviting Apollo to meet with Ghost, pretending to be Clarity. Did we have a location for that specified? Or just some nondescript warehouse off in the or maybe at the workshop?
Is inviting him back to the workshop suspicious? Or is that what we would do?
Yeah, I mean, wherever.
Depends
he
on
would
how well
lead.
you roll.
Fuck. Well, I mean, we're leaving anyway. I say home turf.
I mean, he has met you guys there before. So who I do need the phone call to actually happen so we can figure out how this plays out. But who is calling Apollo to try to set up this meeting? Is it going to be Clarity or is Impulse going to try to do it? I mean, or I don't want to take anyone off the table. Klaxon could do it too, or Choke, but
Oh, I'm not fucking doing it.
Should I?
I've made one phone call this entire season. I'm not doing it again.
I guess Impulse will do it, but
But
we'll
you're gonna-
ask
You're
Clarity
gonna
to be in the
come
room.
with us to the meeting, though, right?
Yes.
It'll be you and me and Ghost. Okay.
Yes.
That tracks.
Okay. So you set up the line, make the call. Apollo picks up. Yes.
Hi. Welcome to us not being dead, although I think we covered that already.
I'm very glad to hear that you're still alive. Yes.
I'm sure you are. Well, we got her.
You did.
Mm-hmm. It was
Excellent.
a little traumatic for our girl, but it's done.
I can imagine. How is Clarity holding up?
Well, better than Choke. She kind of lost her arm, but
Oh, wow. The cybernetic arm, or is she going to need another replacement?
the cybernetic. Honestly,
Okay.
I think she probably would have been less upset if it had been the other arm.
I can put you in contact. Probably we don't have time for the procedure, but I can put you in contact with some doctors up in and technicians up in New London.
I am sure she would love some names.
Good.
Well, if you'd like to come by, we can. Well, we got a little present for you as proof of concept.
Oh, well, silly. I mean, I trust that you did this. I mean, it's for all of our benefit, but
Look,
I will
you
be.
put Clarity through the trauma of having to kill a sister that she didn't know that she had. You put Choke through the trauma of putting her favorite arm through a eating machine, not to mention her chain. Please do us the courtesy of coming by and accepting the gift of the proof of concept, okay?
Go ahead and roll a fast talk.
Here we go.
I do want to be clear that Choke is just over in one corner of the room, like miming, and my chain, it's also gone. You fuck.
Okay.
You owe me a magnetic arm, you
Oh,
piece of
man,
shit.
magnetic arm! That's a 6, and that's a 3. So that's a 9 plus 2 is 11.
Okay, 11. NPCs, do you want? Hello. Sorry, cat on the desk.
Echo from TV.
Yes, that taco. He is sort of stammers from us. Says, right. Okay. Yes. I owe you that much. I'll be by in a couple hours. I'll bring the details on your transport outside of the city, and we will ensure that all the arrangements are in order. You can present me with your proof of concept.
We shall see you soon.
Great. Thank you. I do hope Clarity is all right.
I don't think she is, but you can just live with that on your conscience, okay?
Right. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Click.
Hangs up.
You think you bought it?
Yeah, I figured if I was actually nice to him, he probably wouldn't have, so I just, acted as if I would if I were actually calling him.
A+ in my book.
So yeah, he'll be here soon. Couple hours. So, let's jam, shall we?
Do you think any of the armor piercing rhymes?
I'd say pack everything you got just in case.
Don't forget we've got gas masks if things go really, really scythe. I got 2 grenade options.
Right. Maybe we want to get those like placed appropriately where they can be grabbed really quickly.
I mean, I was just gonna put them in my pocket.
Oh, that works too. I might need to carry a bigger clutch today. I'll pop upstairs.
We've got the 2 extra pistols still. Got those back from my days. Great. Does anyone need a gun? Klax, you're good.
I feel like if it comes down to me shooting anyone, we're already fucked. So I'll hold on to my taser and my flechette.
Clear? Last chance. Do you want a gun?
Well, I have a flechette, but I wouldn't say no to a gun.
I'm gonna give her. I have a silenced heavy pistol that I will give her. So then, if she really fucks up and shoots one of us, nobody will know.
Only the person with the large hole in their body.
I'll give you this gun.
How much harm is that?
3.
Cool.
It is, yeah, close, near, 3 harm, and it is silenced.
I mean, I could just like bring Apollo in for like, you know, the Hollywood double kiss and just plant like 2 very forceful poison kisses on each cheek.
I mean, I think we're gonna let Ghost get her due.
She's never gotten to use it.
Which Ghost, at this point, who has gotten the full impulse makeover, I think at this point dramatically comes out and is looking like he's wearing the hoodie to cover up a lot of the implants and everything, has the long braided blonde hair, glowing she doesn't have cybernetic eyes, but I imagine like contacts or something that you put in yeah, you do have the goggles. But she comes out, yeah, actually, so no eyes, just has the goggles. But she comes out looking like Clarity's twin sister.
Holy shit.
I have very few skills, but of those few skills, I am really fucking good at them.
I like it.
This is weird.
Now, they do sound slightly different.
I did play up that, you know, Claire was very upset about having to, you know, off her sister. So maybe you're just really distraught and don't want to talk.
Yeah, I'll just stay quiet until it's time.
Like a ghost.
I'm sure you've heard that one a couple times.
They don't pay me for the jokes, they pay me for the guns.
Right.
Well, it's,
Do you have a go word? Some sort of signal you're gonna give me when we're ready?
Good plan. I did tell him we were having him come over to get the proof that we had, well, killed you. What should that be?
Well, we'll want to destroy the skins first, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll leave first. Let you guys know when it's done. And then the go word could be like braid.
Not something that should come up in conversation.
And whilst that's going on, we have this like slow, kind of a little fuzzy view montage of Klaxon taking stuff out of the Tortuga, his little things hanging and everything, and Chappie unfolds and like robots his way out because, I mean, there's no point in leaving him hanging on the wall when we're going to blow the thing up. And then the final thing is his Jamaican flag, or his pirate flag. He pulls off the wall and he folds it like a military tricorner, like a funeral flag from the Tortuga, and he brings that out, and Chappie's standing there, and he presents the flag to Chappie like Chappie's the widow of the Tortuga, and then he gives the Tortuga a salute before before we board up.
One more thing. We've got transport and everything ready to go. Off-world, I mean.
Right. Yeah, I was able to. I've got it covered. There's a shipment container that is going to be leaving the supply transport 8803 heading to the New London Orbital Station. It's not technically supposed to have any human or organic life forms on it, as it's not pressurized. But I did notice that I was able to locate it because some of Oracle's holding companies had paid for some transport to go through this container, and it was supposed to be transporting some life support pods.
That was us.
So you'll need to get there. That'll be your ticket out.
Can we get a location for that up front?
I can give it to you right now.
Great.
And she does. So yeah, you have the location of the supply transport that Apollo has paid for, essentially like a freight transport service bringing supplies up to the orbital stations. And there is a specific cargo container that you are given the number for, that is going to contain 4 life support pods that will get you to space.
Yeah, again, what should our proof that your dad be? Like, do you have like a signature thing that like we could borrow for, a second? I mean, you can take it back from him when we kill him.
I don't know what you would. Here. And
she switches back, or she reaches back and she grabs a probably like an ID card or something, her access card for well, it doesn't say what it has on it, just as an access card, and she takes it, hands it to you, and says, if he runs any scans on it,
it'll show it's legit. But
Great.
I got one more question.
yeah,
Anyway, we could get an extra life support pod on the transport.
for
A friend.
Are you gonna ask Swin to come to space with us?
Why are you screaming at me?
this seems like it's important, and I don't really know who we're talking about. Yeah, sure. I can make the arrangements.
already told her she could come.
Did I guess it's too early in our relationship for me to ask Crisis to go to space with me, huh? You know what? I'll wait on that.
I feel like we'll still be doing business with him, though.
Email works from space.
And he's got the shrimp to think about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, anyone that isn't in danger of having their heads blown off by corporate assassins should be fine to just book a charter flight.
That's true.
I'll get a pod
Yeah,
for your
this
girlfriend,
situation's
though.
a little more complicated.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm ready to go when y'all are.
Will I see you before we go?
I hope so. I'll probably be with your... I mean, after the job, I guess I can tag along to the airfield. Say goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Where are y'all going once you jump out of the rust bucket and send it plowing into Apollo's home?
Oi, rude.
Sorry.
The Tortuga's basically family.
See the flag? He doesn't laugh, but he points over at Chappie, solemnly holding the pirate flag. We'll probably go wherever the wind takes us until we can get to the ground, and then we'll call a Zuber and get back to the rendezvous.
All right. Rendezvous at the airfield then.
Roger.
Just be safe. Okay?
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Are we going now? I don't normally
Yeah.
talk to this many people when we're on jobs. It's usually...
You'll get used to it. That's a lie. You won't. I didn't. Let's go.
You climb into your respective vehicle. Well, actually, Klaxon and Clarity climb into the Tortuga for the final time, and Choke and Impulse get on Choke's bike.
Are we okay? Are we assuming Ghost is going to meet us there?
Oh no, you guys. He's meeting you at the workshop. What am I thinking? Never mind.
We're not going anywhere. Just kidding.
You're not going anywhere. What am I saying? What am I saying?
Wait. Can I take the bike to the moon? Oh no.
Oh no. We lost Morgan. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
Ah,
He's back. Gonna reorder us very quickly. You're now
I don't know what
Impulse.
happened.
There we go. We're good though. Okay, your question about the about the bike. She says,
Okay, I can get the other transport, I can get the other life support pod, or I can cram another pod, or I can try to cram in your motorcycle. I mean, which is more important to you?
I guess I'm leaving you my bike.
You're probably not going to have anywhere to ride it in the orbital station anyway. There's no gravity.
I wanted to ride my bike on the moon.
You know you're not going to the moon, right?
No, I know. I just thought maybe at some point. Fuck. Do you know what? It's a good bike. Your Clarity's twin. You can have it.
You're still about 10,000 miles away from the moon. Just wanted to let you know it's
I'm
going to be a
giving you
kind
a
of a
whole
drive.
bike. Can you not be a dick? It's got a missile launcher on one side and a fucking automatic rifle on the other.
Is this where I say thank you?
Yes.
Thank you. We don't hug or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
You can't, or not.
Damn it.
So we'll get you guys more vehicles. I just don't know if the cipher system allows for motorcycles. We're gonna have to get to that.
All tell Swin how I left this bike for her.
Dude, it was beautiful. The pause was just.
I'm already letting LB know, so.
Okay. You so Klaxon and Clarity climb into the Tortuga and take off out of the workshop, the bay doors closing behind, heading to the to Olympus. Gaining altitude, being like sort of cruising in the direction, leaving behind San Angeles, leaving like the massive sprawling dredge. You can see the bay in the distance, and trying to gain as much altitude as you can in preparation for this mission, while Clarity is maintaining overwatch with the with her systems as well that she's bringing with her. As the rest of you, Impulse, Joke, and we'll start with this scene and then we'll go to the other. So Impulse choking with Ghost, waiting in the workshop. Some time passes, not too long after the Tortuga leaves. Yes.
I just have a question.
Mhm.
So we made one of the shooty fuck up your brain for the skins things.
Mhm.
Yes. Who has that?
I imagine Ghost does.
Ghost has it?
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
Unless you say otherwise, Ghost is holding on to it.
I just realized I didn't know. So I want to know where that is. Thank you, sorry.
The doorbell rings outside of the because you guys have like a professional entrance to the workshop outside of the conference room area, and that bell rings, and the display in the conference room comes up, and you can see Apollo standing out there seemingly alone, in his professional suit, business attire, sort of looking at his data pad for a moment, waiting for someone to answer the door.
I got it.
You open the door, and Apollo looks
As
in.
per usual. So,
Oh, Choke. Oh, apologies about the arm. It's worse for wear.
Klaxon fixed me up a little temporary situation. So
I'm here because I was asked to be. You have something for me?
yeah, meeting rooms this way.
I'll follow you. He follows you to the conference room where Impulse is standing by the table, and Ghost is sitting in the corner with the goggles on, sort of hunched into the, like, trying to maintain a sort of like dejected sort of appearance. And
We handed her a cup of
sort of,
noodles. She's just holding them.
yeah, but also doing that kind of like bunched up, like to hide as much of like the plating and everything as possible. And you see Apollo looking over, says, "Clarity, I hope everything's all right. Apologies for what you had to do, but you'll know that it was worth it." And you can see the sort of the cup noodles sort of slightly shaking in Ghost's hands, but she just nods slightly and stays looking down. Continues looking down. All right, she's. Well, I'll keep my visit quick.
Great. Pull out the
You
card.
said you had something. What's this?
A nondescript ID card.
You pulled this off of her?
Yep.
Pulled a few things off of her.
Sort of looking over at the corner towards Ghost, or towards towards where Ghost is sitting. Says, but looking back to you all to continue speaking. And the body?
We took care of it.
Like I said, pulled a few things off of her. Should have taken one of the arms.
Right. Takes the card, pulls out his data pad, and a little scanning light flashes over it. While this is happening, Klaxon and Clarity, two of you have reached altitude. What are you doing?
Clarity's gonna hack first, right?
Yeah. Try and decide. I guess I want to hack into the what's the word I'm looking for? The house.
Okay. It's Apollo's systems, yeah. Which
Yeah.
essentially like Oracle's core operating procedure. So yes. You can do that. We'll go ahead and roll to log in.
Okay. It's 10.
10. Okay. You Clarity's eyes, you lower the goggles, jacking into the systems that you've brought with you, your data pad, essentially functioning as your access to the matrix. You can see San Angeles sort of spread out before you, and this like central hub of activity here in this very upscale area of the city. And there is a dark spot almost there where Olympus to be. And as you reach this integrated like kind of like cloaking network, something to keep all of Olympus and all of Apollo systems sort of off the network, you reach it, sort of laying a hand up against it. You watch as it sort of folds away around you as you enter your security login, or the login that you have sort of spoofed to mirror Apollo's, and you hear the voice of Pythia, the AI program that oversees Oracle and Olympus, says, "Welcome home." And you have accessed Olympus.
Okay. Should I roll my console cowboy move? Did I connect to a secure system?
Yes, you have.
Okay. Let's do that. That's another 10.
So you get 3 hold?
Yep.
All right. What would you like to do?
First, I'd like to power down drain the power of the security bots, just in case.
Okay. You see, so accessing You access the security systems for Olympus, and you can see there are 6 sort of charging stations for the these drones, death spheres. You can see that 3 of them are occupied, 3 of them are empty. One of the 3 that is empty is on site, currently patrolling the facility. 2 of them are no longer connected to the Oracle or the Olympus network. You can power down the one that is patrolling and the 3 that are currently on standby, but you cannot access the 2 that have left the facility.
Okay, so I'll power down those ones.
Okay.
Second, I'd like to. Can I flood the backup generator with junk information and overheat it?
Okay. Yes, you can.
Okay, I want to do that.
So as the systems power down, you hear as you're kind of like virtually walking through this facility, and you go to the drone where you see the drone relays and enter in the terminal there to power them down. A like sphere of light sort of is following behind you. As you notice, this is the AI programming of Pythia, who's on standby to assist Apollo. Sort of chimes in that moment and says, "Are you sure about this, sir?"
Yeah, I'm definitely sure about this. It's fine. Standard procedure to redo the thingies and the stuff. Yup.
Okay, we're probably gonna have to do a roll here. Let's go ahead and roll to fast talk.
No, okay.
I am gonna again give you a situational +1 on this because as far as Pythia can tell, you are Apollo right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is why Clarity doesn't like AI.
Too smart.
Oh, that's another 10.
Damn, these rolls. She says, "Of course, sir. Protocol." And she sort of powers recedes back, and then you head down to the lower levels where you can see the vault integration systems here, and you can see the power, the backup power system for the vault, and you want to flood it with to essentially overload it to cause it to start heating up,
Yep.
overheating. Okay. As you do that, and it begins to, you see like it beginning to overwork. You can see some like security alerts begin to go off, to sort of notify that this system is malfunctioning. What do you do?
Guess I'm gonna go ahead and I'm deciding. I guess I'll go ahead and deactivate the alerts.
Okay. So as it begins to overheat, immediately that's your third hold there. You immediately shut off the alert, and you can see the system continue to overheat slowly, but the alert has been turned off, and you can hear Pythia once again saying, "Apologies for this, sir. I'll look into the source of the false alarm immediately."
Thank you.
If we were given the information about the fact that 2 spheres are not on site, I would definitely have contacted Choke and basically, 2 death spheres not on site. Be warned.
Anything else, Clarity, in this moment? Because right now it's stalling back at the workshop until you guys have given the go word. So
Yeah.
you can see the vault slowly beginning to overheat. Some of the power systems malfunctioning. You can see some of um, the bays themselves that are housing these additional skins are beginning to lose power. What do you? Anything else you want to do?
I think that should do it. And even if we don't explode all of the skins, they won't have any access to power. So that should do it. You're ready to go, Klaxon?
Yeah, I guess give him the signal.
Okay. She, I guess, earpieces or something. It's just like, okay, braid, I guess.
You guys get the go word over the comms that the three of you are, or the two of you back at the workshop are wearing. At the same time, I do want to end with the scene. So Clarity, are you going to log out at this point?
Yes.
All right. As you begin to log out of the system, you're not detected by any security alerts. You've been able to avoid any of those, and you hear Pythia once again saying, "Thank you, sir. I'll be in contact." And as you log out of the Olympus network, and as you do, coming back into reality, Klaxon, like there's a little bit of shaking and turbulence as you guys are hovering at 10,000 feet. You have Olympus locked in and have put in like the automated like guidance systems on the Tortuga. Is there any other things you wanna do? All right. You set in the guidance to do just the minimal adjusting that it'll need to make sure it stays on course with the wind. If we get the scene of the two of you standing up and looking back where the C4 is lining the interior of the Tortuga, wired to hell all around, red lights beeping in unison, and you head to the back hatch of the Tortuga and hit the button, and it kind of opens up. Wind howling inside, and the two of you with your wingsuits, sort of raising your oxygen masks, running to the, walking to the edge. Any cool things you want to say or do? One-liners you want to drop before the two of you leap out?
Either one of us are cool one-liner types. Maybe Klaxon puts up a Nux kind of thing, an awkward,
Yep.
bump, and then we just kind of fall out.
Two of you walk to the back and then fall out, and immediately as you both do, begin to fall before whoosh, you extend your arms for the wingsuits to lift and alter your trajectory. Klaxon, you give the mental command and you watch as the Tortuga just begins to fall out of the sky, whoosh, and descending, just falling past you, down. You can see the thrusters just kind of like just a little bit to keep it on track as it's falling. It's just down. You see it like descending smaller and smaller to the row of like pristine homes and the line of the perfectly manicured road that winds its way up the hillside outside of San Angeles, and it almost disappears for a moment. You don't see the Tortuga, and there's a moment of delay and that heart pounding from the adrenaline of the fall, and everything else going through right now, and wondering what's going on with Choke and Impulse as you've given the go word. And then you just see this cloud explosion lifting up, kind of expanding outwards from Apollo's estate as the Tortuga has made impact with its target.
Olympus has fallen. Repeat, Olympus has fallen.
Choke and Impulse standing in the conference room. You get the go word over your headsets.
As soon as the word is given, Choke pulls out her phone, I guess, and says, "Oh, I'll be right back," and acts like she's taking a call to walk past Apollo to position herself behind him, just in case.
Okay.
Like she's going out of the room, and we'll let Impulse give Ghost the signal, but she wants to be behind him, just in case she needs to block the door, grab him, any number of things.
All right. You position yourself on the other side of the room, bring up your data pad to take a call. You see as the go word has come up, Ghost's hands stop shaking. You see her sort of looking up with the goggles. She stands slowly from her corner, and in a blinding flash movement, you see her arm reach up, and then the magnetized limb detaches. Her arm goes rocketing across the room, grabs onto Apollo's neck, and slams him against the wall. As he sort of crashes against the monitors, like sputtering and coughing as he does. And she pulls back the goggles and the wig at the same time, all kind of falling back behind her. And she begins to step forward, the magnetized connection between her arm and the joint maintaining the hoodie kind of falling around her, as well as she pulls that off to the side, revealing the cybernetics underneath. And she looks to Apollo and says,
I'm honestly surprised you didn't see this coming. Just how stupid can one guy be?
And Apollo, kind of sputtering, it says, "We had a deal." Looking to Choke and Impulse.
We find a better one.
I've always hated you.
You're not going to get away with this.
She's family.
You're not.
And she goes stepping forward towards Apollo. She you see from her other hand the glint of the spike as she steps in, and her arm reconnects with the magnetized joint. So now she is holding him in place, and she takes the spike, and she says,
For all the hell that you put me through. For not letting me meet my mother, for every fucking job. If there is a hell, I hope you burn in it. And
she brings up the spike and goes to drive it in. And as she does, she stops. Just inches away from his face. And you can see her arm just straining there for a moment. And then she takes a step back. And Choke, from your vantage point, you can see the struggle on her face, the strain on her non-cybernetic, what remains of her, as she is fighting against something else. And you can see Apollo, as he is now freed from her grasp, looks over to Choke, to you, Impulse, and he sort of coughing says, "I said you wouldn't get away with this." And at that exact moment, two lasers sort of circle around the room. The ceiling falls out, and you watch as the orbs begin to descend down from the ceiling in your direction, two shining chrome death spheres. And he says, I am power in this city. I am authority. I am control. And Choke, what do you do as the two, or Choke, Impulse, anyone in the room, as you see from some sort of manipulation that you can't quite, that you don't quite understand at this moment, you see Ghost turn with the spike in one hand as she drops it to the side as it clatters to the floor. The obviously strain in her face as she turns on you, and the two death spheres descend from the ceiling.
I'm putting a bullet in his head.
I'm
Okay.
diving on the ground for that fucking stabby thing.
I'm gonna trust that the rest of the skins are dead. I'm putting a bullet in Apollo because I think he's doing this.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to mix it up.
Does he have synthetic nerves?
Would he have synthetic nerves?
No, probably not. Right?
Yeah, I
Probably
think he
not,
would.
Right?
He was a
Really?
cyber assassin himself
Really?
for like decades. Yeah.
Okay. Why did I even have this?
You got it in the last one.
Ooh, 7.
7. Okay, choose to make too much noise, take harm as established, ally takes harm, something of value breaks.
I will make noise because we're running away, and I will take harm.
Okay.
Put a bullet in this fool.
How much harm does your gun do?
Which gun am I using? No, it's probably the pistol, huh? Yeah, 3 harm.
You raise your pistol, firing it at Apollo. You see it connect, sort of like grazing across his face. He like staggers backwards. It's not a direct shot. It's not a kill shot. As you can see, the cybernetic implants of the skin that he wears kind of revealed underneath as you have like sort of blown this large gash across his forehead, and he staggers back towards the door. At that same time, the death sphere, the targeting lights up, and you can one of the cannons from the bottom fires at Choke. Choke, you take 3 harm.
Minus my armor, I assume?
Minus your armor, yeah.
So that's 1.
As the laser connects like center chest, your armor sort of taking in as much of the impact as possible, and you are thrown backwards, sort of arm flailing to the side. They begin to target down onto Choke at that moment, and the Impulse, you were going for the spike, you said?
Yeah, I jumped down to the ground, so I'm like on the floor, like doing one of these, like army crawling.
All right, Impulse, I want you to act under pressure.
So seeing Chris Tucker in Fifth Element.
I have Fifth Element stuff. Like I have Ruby Rod's like rap on my Impulse list. Like
Nice.
No joke. Okay, so this is cool.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my holds that I still have. I'm gonna add a +1 on that. I feel like I might need it. Okay, so that is a 7.
7. You stumble.
I added the +1.
Okay, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. MC will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, ugly choice. You are reaching out for the spike. That is like, so you begin to hear the firing of the drones above you as they are laying into Choke. You're crawling across the ground really quickly. You reach out. There's a blur of motion to the side. You can grab the spike. Something is coming at you though, and you're not going to be able to react to it immediately if you also reach and grab the spike.
In a split second, I gotta. If they destroyed the house, we don't have to worry about the spike. I move out of the way.
Okay, you dodge back as a blade comes out of almost nowhere, and you see Ghost. Her cybernetic arm, you watch as like a retractable knife is just drives into the ground right where your arm had been, stopping you or kind of halting your motion. And she wheels around, sort of taking a cat-like predatory stance between you and the spike. You can still see that strain in her eyes in this moment as she is now squaring off with you as you are laying on the ground looking up at her. Okay.
Fight it!
Sure. This is a great time for a pep talk.
It's all I have! I can't fight! I could bite her and, like, get poison in her, but she's, like, all metal anyway!
Well, no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, you don't need to do this. That's
yeah, I do like this. What do you say, Impulse? As you're lying on the ground, looking up her, so like crawling backwards on your back across the floor, and she is walking towards you, a retractable blade extending out from each arm, as she sort of as she walks up to kill you.
We know you're in there. I don't know what programming they put in you. I don't know what fail-safe this is, but you are not a machine, okay? You are Arya Claire, all right? You have a sister, you have a mother, you are family. You will fight it. Damn it. I'm not ready to die yet, bitch.
Okay, what's your role for your pep talk?
I basically help as if I rolled a 10 or above.
Okay.
So if she has some sort of role to fight this, then
I never roll
in it. Okay.
But I will roll you. I will say you can roll a fast talk to try to convince her.
Okay.
And we'll see how this goes. I'm just watching Tortuga Means Family.
Tortuga Means Family.
And family means nobody gets left behind.
I have one more hold and I'm fucking using it. +1 to
okay.
this. So that's a 7. +2 is 9. Plus the hold is a 10.
Okay.
Love conquers all.
What does she do here? Yeah, she kind of both blades out. She takes a step forward, and you can see that strain on her face, like growing, and her movements becoming a little less fluid, a little more jerky as she stops and sort of bringing up the blade to strike down at your heart. And you give this speech, and like in this impassioned moment, she looks at you, and you can see like the wig that she has dropped on the ground with the goggles and stuff also sort of like resting to your side as you've been like clambering, moving in between you, and she stops and she hesitates there. And you see the blade sort of retract for a moment as she takes a step back, and she places a hand on her head, and you can see her struggling and kind of like that, like almost hear the whirring of circuits and the programming as she's like fighting against it with her organics. So she's like frozen in place there, trying to fight off whatever influence Apollo has her under.
Get the fuck out of there.
Choke, the 2 death spheres are now hovering from the room, both of the cannons descending, firing on you. Apollo on the other side looks back through the open door into the workshop area and begins to like clamber outside, holding onto his head, trying to stop the bleeding as he descends the stairs into the main workshop. What do you do?
Oh, I'm chasing him down.
Okay.
I will tackle him down the stairs.
Choke, I'm gonna have you act under pressure as the two death spheres fire on you as you try to move between them to Apollo.
Would you say reaction time is critical?
Yes, reaction time
Does that
would be
give
critical
+1?
here.
Great. So +1. Please don't be fucking shitty like last time. Hey, roll 20. What the fuck? 7.
7. Okay. Stumble, hesitated, flinch. You can get through. You're gonna take some hits.
That's fine. I want to tackle this motherfucker down the stairs and
Okay.
pin him down on the bottom landing. Put however many bullets in me you want. I say, call him off, because you're fucking done. With my regular arm, I guess, because it's the more threatening one now, on his throat.
Okay. You go charging through, the lasers firing, slamming into your back as you go staggering out the door. You take 5 harm.
Minus armor?
Minus armor.
Okay. So it's 3. So I'm at 2,200.
As you go staggering out the door, crashing on top of Apollo, and you sort of roll over onto your back, like holding him with your real arm, sort of having him like in a headlock as the two death spheres descend on you, both of them targeting but not firing because Apollo is between you and them.
And I say, call him off. You're fucking done.
Klaxon has a raised hand.
I go ahead with that. I've just got something. If the robots go to fight, suddenly you see a very fast, very stealthy chappie with his auto fire pistol and take out, or try to take out the death spears, or at least distract them.
How much damage does does the pistol do?
Auto fire. It's a gun, auto fire, discreet, quick. We did not give it a harm. It was whatever an auto fire heavy pistol is. So
I want to say it was like
3.
I think 3.
I think I have one. Yeah, 3.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go with the standoff here for a second as Chappie is holding it, like comes walking around, like kind of moving off to the side down at the bottom of the loading bay. And Choke, roll to what's the one for the violence? No, it's the
hardball. Play hardball.
Play hardball. There it is. I was looking for it.
Oh, the one to threaten violence, not to do it.
Yeah, the one to threaten violence that you intend to carry through roll edge.
Got you. 12. There it is.
There's a moment of hesitation. And seeing the situation here, Apollo stop. You can see the two death spheres stop, and like there's a moment where they stop moving, and you can see in the other room, still Ghost is still struggling with what is going on, but she's no longer pushing in on Impulse, who's now like running across the room to the other side, like trying to get as far away as possible. You can see what's going on with Choke on the ground grappling Apollo, and he says, "Right, let me go. I walk away, and we're done here."
No.
If you kill me right now, things will get so much worse for you.
We are gonna have a talk. First, you're gonna call off your robots, and you're gonna send them home.
I'm not going to do that. There's no guarantee that I live if I do that.
There's no guarantee if you live no matter what you do.
You won't kill me while they're here. I'll call them off. But I'm leaving too.
Is anyone else here to intervene?
Not right now. Or yeah, go ahead, Clarity.
Can I spend an intel to say that Clarity knows that if they don't hear back from them after a certain amount of time, something's wrong?
Definitely. Yeah.
And she planned for that, maybe, seeing as her sister was under Apollo's control, well, and then Shadow's control, and who knows what's going on with her. Clarity wants to try and remotely see if she can hack into her sister's cybernetics.
Okay.
And see what's going on.
Okay. Yes, we can do that.
Cool.
Yeah, I think this would be, we'll do that first before we play out what happens with Cho, because this is all happening simultaneously. So Clarity and Klaxon, just as the two of you like hit the ground on a rooftop somewhere away and you realize you haven't heard anything and trying to reach the team over comms and you're not getting any response, Clarity, you immediately fall into hacker mode, pulling on your goggles and sitting down on the rooftop and begin to use your data pad as you jack into access the interface or the network at the workshop, and you, I'll say with the intel immediately surveilling the situation, you know something is wrong. You can see you get, or there's camera feeds and stuff, so definitely like you can see the situation and what's going on. You can see Ghost, and you want to try to hack in or sort of counteract whatever is going on with her. What do I want to do here? I want to resolve this in a single roll. So
Pressure.
let's do, I was thinking something, because your compromised security roll is just mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just do this with a compromised security. So we'll just just roll mind, and you get a +1 because you have the because you use the intel.
Oh, +1, cool.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Damn. So you get it. You can see what is going on with Apollo has some sort of tether connection with Ghost, and now that when they came into proximity with each other, he was able to use that to hack into her, to gain control of her systems, to essentially reprogram her cybernetics, to do whatever he wanted. In this case, it was attack, impulse, and choke. You can see that she has a jamming system that is in place with her cybernetics, that is part of her integrated system, which has been disabled. You get into that, re-enable it, immediately severing the tie between her and Apollo. However, also severing the tie between you and her in that moment. She's completely independent as soon as you enable that jamming system. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do, or as you are connected to her in that moment?
Clarity just speaks into her head. You got this, sis.
Okay. And in that moment, it's severed. An impulse, you see Ghost sort of stagger to the side. and she turns around and looks at you. And then she turns and she sees Choke with Apollo on the ground, and I think I think she just runs across the ground, grabbing the spike, running towards Choke, sort of laying on top, and then just driving the spike into his head, unless Choke does something. You see her coming in for this, though.
No. I don't think she does anything, because either she's on our side and she kills him, or Choke thinks she can take the hit, so she just holds him.
You go ahead.
Oh, and now that we're on the ground and I don't have to try to fly, I can enable Rosie also. So Rosie will let the spheres have it in a minute when this plays out.
Oh no, this is perfect. This all happens simultaneously. So, resolving this, Ghost comes running over, freed from the controls. She runs straight towards you, Impulse, and then veers to the right, sort of leaping forward, twirling the spike around in her hand, and sort of crashing down on top of Choke, and Apollo drives the spike straight through the eye socket of Apollo. And you see just like a flash of light. He screams out in pain. It just abruptly ended as soon as it just destroys his brain, frying everything in his whole body, convulsing. At that same time, both of the death spheres fire simultaneously into Ghost's back. At the same time, you hear the Gatling gun of Rosie and Chappie lighting them up, just hitting the spheres. Both of them sort of riddled with bullets as they are driven back, and they fall crashing down into the warehouse below. A firefight only goes on for a few seconds as they fire between each other. Rosie and Chappie probably slightly damaged from that from the exchange, but catching the death spheres off guard, they both sort of crash to the ground, no longer having that connection or that control from Apollo. Choke, you have two limp bodies on top of you.
Well, I was gonna say, is there at any point when I see her going for Apollo, can I flip them and try to take some of those bullets?
You can try. You want to act under pressure?
That's Clarity's sister, man.
There's no defend somebody roll on this, so yeah, act under pressure.
Would you say my reaction time is critical?
Yep.
$10.
Very nice. In that moment, as the spike is driven through, and you can see the look of fury and trying to think of the word I want to use here. That look of fury in Ghost's face kind of fall to a look of acceptance and just the glimmer of peace for that moment. You see the lasers firing, and you roll over. At that same time, one of the strikes hitting the ground, the other one slamming into your back, dealing another 3 harm, as you roll over on top of the two of them, reduced by your armor. So you take 1.
I'm at 2,300.
Still alive, though.
On Discord saying, but we were gonna go to space together.
I am 1 tick off. Not quite midnight.
as everything hits the ground and the moment everything goes quiet, Clarity and Klaxon, the two of you are on a rooftop waiting for any sort of response from the team.
If everything is quiet, Impulse just jumps up and just starts tearing around looking for derma patches or something to just start patching people up.
I think they just, so no one says anything. So Clarity and Klaxon just hear, yeah, I'm gonna need a medic. Fuck.
Impulse, you head over to the you head over to help out Choke, and Ghost like helping the two of them up. Ghost unharmed now, just like grabbing her head and saying, "What the fuck was that?"
He's a dick. Help me.
Can I make a medic roll through Chappie?
You can, however, as Chappie goes a step forward, Chappie sees the two death spheres on the ground, both of them beginning to sort of boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, Rosie and Chappie will take care of those.
We're gonna
Okay.
blow.
Grab them and run outside with them.
Are they about to Batman The Dark Knight Rises this?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gotta save the team, man.
We're gonna do one more roll for this. Klaxon, act under pressure
right.
with your bots.
All right. Rosie, Chappie, no. Roll under pressure. Boom. Boom. And go. 9. Yep. They go kaboom. But they get them out.
So you sacrifice the bots, but you get the you get them free. So Rosie, because Rosie can fly, you see like I imagine she's got some sort of like hook tether or something like that, grabs on and just goes, the garage doors open, you see her go flying out with the orb hanging from beneath, while Chappie lifts one up and just goes running out into the city streets, the orb above his head, just doosh, 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 and like kicks up a manhole cover and just jumps down into it.
His hand foot grabs hold and flings it while he stands on one, and then it's awesome. I love it.
And and there's a moment of pause, and then you just hear like simultaneously, and you see like the manhole cover go flying up in the air. At the same time, there's an explosion, the distance, sound of some breaking glass, and some alarms going off as both of the death orbs are destroyed, along with Chappie and Rosie, and you lose connection instantaneously, Klaxon.
I hope that worked.
So what I want to cut to, because we're getting over time here, is the rendezvous. As Klaxon and Clarity, the two of you are standing on the tarmac, where the containers are being loaded up autonomously for this supply transport to New London orbital station. You hear, oh boy. I mean, I guess we're not going to get with how you got there, but come walking around the outskirts of the facility, you see a bloodied and beaten up Choke being supported on one side by Ghost, and on the other side by, I guess, Swin, who's now there with you. And Impulse has a big suitcase that she's carrying with her, probably.
Full of wings.
I have a first aid that I never used. So
That, yeah.
Clarity's gonna go ahead and run up to Choke and
Just put a Band-Aid on her.
Yeah. Just on her forehead.
We'll roll for it at this
Family.
point because none of this damage is going to matter in our next session. But you took a lot of it.
It's important. Let it be.
And a stray bullet hits Choke, and the first aid that you got saves your life.
I like the idea of Impulse having a roller suitcase, but it's got like 8 bags with their straps, like separate bags around the handle that's slid out. So it's like this.
Don't attack me. That's how I personally sit travel, okay?
I know, that's why I'm saying something. I have seen it live, Chicago O'Hare Airport.
As you all kind of stagger in, looking over each other, realizing everyone is alive, Ghost leaves you for a moment, so you're just leaning on Swin's tiny frame, and she goes up to Clarity and gives her a hug, and just says,
Thank you.
It's what family does.
We're probably not going to be able to have that dinner with Mom for a little while.
Not for a little bit, but sometime soon, maybe someday.
Yeah, I'll be up as soon as I can.
Cool. Yeah. Let Mom know where I am, maybe, or not exactly where I am, but let her know that I won't be home for dinner for a little bit. But then I'm fine.
Yeah, I'll do that. I won't tell her everything.
She'll be happy to see you.
It's gonna take a lot of explaining.
Yeah.
Just be safe, okay?
You too.
She gives you another hug, and she just says very quietly, says, "Love you."
Love you too.
She takes a step back.
the rest of you?
I want to be the
Loading.
last one in the door. I'll close the door to the container if nobody minds.
You all, since you're all going, there's no goodbyes here. You see Ghost kind of giving a wave as you all head off, and turns back around, throwing her hoodie up, driving her hands into her pockets, and heading off away from the airfield. You all head to the container, pulling it open. You can see the life pods in there before this freight container is loaded into the ship. You all climb inside of it. Life pods have their own internal power supplies, and you begin to flip those on. Klaxon, you've got the technical wherewithal and know-how to begin, and along with Clarity, to get those up and running. And you one by one begin to load into the life support pods. Anything while you guys are doing this, or just yeah, Joke?
No, I think Choke just makes a comment as she sort of like climbs in with help. Is this just gestures to the bleeding? Is this gonna be a problem?
For who? I mean, for you, yes. We need to fix that up as quickly as we can once we get there, but...
Yes, for me.
You'll pretty much sleep through it.
Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
I imagine the life pods have some sort of like healing properties.
It's the Dragon Ball Z healing, so she'll heal like in the stasis until she gets there. Then she'll be more powerful when she awakens.
Anybody else? Otherwise, I'll be closing the door before I jump in my pod. All right. And as the door is closing, Klaxon will say, "You can take my drones, but you'll never take my freedom." And the thing closes, and he does that, and then the Breakfast Club music starts for at the end.
I love that he just freezes and he starts singing it.
Yep.
And then after a few seconds, we're like, Klax, you kind of need to get in your pod. It's gonna depressurize pretty soon.
She says we. Choke's asleep. Choke is done with today.
And as we get the cinematic of all the pods closed, you guys being loaded into the transport shuttle, which not too long later, as you all kind of descend into the stasis of the life support pods, you feel the rocketing of the shuttle as it begins to leave the Earth's atmosphere, and we get the cinematic of your transport ship descending or ascending into the darkness of space, and in the distance you can see this circular ring of metal intersect with these three large orbs interspace between or in the middle of this the cylinder as you approach the New London orbital station. And back on Earth, in the darkness of San Angeles, in a black room, we see a circular table shrouded in shadow. A few glowing lights cast down upon it as shadowy figures seated around the table sit contemplatively, and you see one shape sitting there back to the camera, silhouetted with two large round ears. So where were we? And that is where we're going to end season 1 of Neon Souls. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. Everyone take a moment to decompress.
We're gonna fucking kill Mickey Mouse if it's the last goddamn thing we do.
You will one day get Mickey Mouse. There were like 3 different endings that I had in my mind, and I made the gut call for the Mickey Mouse ending based on how everything went. So it's very good. We got a lot of good stuff here. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm so glad everyone survived. And we've got sisters. Well, you tried to die very hard. I was not expecting. I expect nothing going into this, but there are some like residual expectations that I have of like this dramatic story of sister against sister, and you guys like were so heartfelt and everything and trying to reconnect, and Clarity is really trying to reach out. I wasn't expecting that from the get-go, and that caught me so much off guard how much Morgan just latched on to like they're gonna be I was like, yeah, I gotta, okay, we're sisters. There was so much like
sisters.
I know there was so much tragic, like dark stuff that I was like, my instinct is to dwell in, and you guys like lift that and make it silly and goofy and all sorts of good stuff and lighthearted, and I love it. So yeah, going into next season,
it's family.
It's family. Tortuga means family.
Tortuga means
What?
family.
I think that's a nice theme to end on. Like,
I do like that.
One of us found her family, and the rest
Yeah.
of us were like,
Yeah, that's good. So we'll be back in 2 weeks for our session, essentially session 0, take 2 of Neon Souls, we're going to be doing our character building for this for Cypher, where we're all playing the same characters still, me included, and we're going to essentially just be building and kind of talking about the Cypher system, building the characters as they kind of fit into that system. And trying to sort of parse out this new setting of the new London orbital station, where you guys are going to be doing your things and trying to sort out your lives, as you are all still wanted fugitives, trying to avoid the corporations and trying to bring them down. So we'll be pretty much picking right back up where we left off, but I think we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse going into our session 0 as well. I toyed around with the idea of a year that you guys have now spent in space rebuilding your lives, with a lot of stuff that could have happened during that year. Seems like a thematic amount of time, a dramatic amount of time to pass. But yeah, lots of fun stuff that'll be going on in space. But yeah, it's going to be a very if you watch Wild Space on Thursdays, I'm going to try to take as different a route and interpretation of space as I possibly can from that. I like that all the three of you are now giggling after all doing the in space at the same time. Because
we all went there simultaneously.
You all did that at the same time. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Very much looking forward to it. Anything? I'm thinking of anything else we want to hit before we go. Ryan just added, you mean you're not going to be in hell for 40% of the time? No. We won't.
Weird.
We'll get there eventually.
We've spent a lot of space time in hell in that game. Join us for the next Wild Space in 2 weeks.
Come check
3
out
weeks.
me and GB and LB running the show on Stella Luna tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern on Stella Luna's Twitch. We're going to play Monster of the Week. It's going to be fun. I have a werewolf girlfriend. GB is the bestest werewolf boy. And LB is running the show. So come check it out.
Anything else to plug?
For the first time in a million years, no.
Savannah, I look to you every time expecting you to plug
I'm
6 different
here.
shows that you're running.
Well,
yeah, you're just here.
Here's the thing. Give me 2 weeks,
And I'm
and I'll
sure,
have something
yeah.
to plug. That's
I'm
your
sure.
that's your savvy teaser. Give me about 2 weeks, and I'll be plugging something. Other than this channel, which rules, you can subscribe to us here on Twitch if you're already followed. Also, we have a YouTube channel. Follow that. Hit that bell. Smash that button.
Smash it.
Smash.
And we're probably going to be streaming a lot of video games coming up. So
Yes. Yeah.
Got
Lots
a
of stuff.
Nuzlocke to finish. We've got
Mhm.
an Ace Attorney to be. We've got some horror games to play.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you back in 2 weeks for the further session 0. In the meantime, everyone have a wonderful holiday. Get some rest. Everyone have a lot of fun. And be safe. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.